The Roman fighting system is a method of safety, personal protection and combat developed by the master Simone Giaquinto. The method has been developed from over 20 years of direct experience in combating crime in different scenarios and hostile environments of urban warfare. The system derives directly from the techniques of the Roman legion that were preserved by the urban militias during the Middle Ages, while the cavalry method of warfare was increasingly extended throughout Europe. The Roman legion was present in the Mediterranean panorama and behind for 1,000 years dominating any type of tribe existing in the various eras. The first organized army, as it is understood today, was the Roman army, and the first special department was created within the Roman army and was called Reparto Celeris in 753 before Christ. The Celeres had to quickly resolve situation in battle where the larger legions had difficulty moving. Reparto Celeris in Latin means fast and precise department. In Italy, this tradition from the urban militias of the Middle Ages was then transmitted over time to the royal army, changing over time to adapt to firearms but maintain the same team movements as the Roman legion. At the end of the Second World War, from the discussa battalions of the royal armies and the Italian African police employed in the Italian colonies in Eritrea, Libya and Somalia, the Celere was born in 1946. The Rapid Response Department has been involved for many years with internal counter-terrorism, fighting the Red Brigades, search for people kidnapped, also with the use of helicopter patrols, riot control and urban warfare, on patrol throughout the national territory, public relief in natural disasters such as earthquakes and floods, and nuclear, biological, chemical, and radiogenic defense. In 1986, the Reparto Celere was recognized in its internal and training structure, specializing even more in anti-riot and urban guerrilla warfare. In this organization, the name was also changed to Reparto Mobile. From this moment on, the mobile department became a special department directly under the command of the Directorate of Special Force of the Ministry of the Interior. Since the 19th, when the phenomenon of organized crime and the mafia acting in football stadiums drove ultras developed in Italy, the department has been increasingly professionalized in hand-to-hand combat with a wide weapon, putting at the center of the training the mental and physical ability of the operator in the management of urban combat with the classic strategies of the Roman legion mixed with the close quarter battle necessary to the distance of the gun combat. And this is how Italy once again wins a unique record in the world, namely a riot control unit which has a special unit. Riot departments exist in every police force, but no one depends on the direction of the special departments. Instead, they depend on the local police districts. Special forces means special use. In Italy during football matches, there are no clashes but real urban guerrillas that extended to every corner of the cities. We are not limited to facing the lasso of stones and battles. You fight against enemies who throw Molotov cocktails, who fire with maritime flares at eye level, who throws bombs, which use knives, machetes, Japanese katanas, iron bars and edges. The same phenomena develop in certain violent demonstrations led by criminal groups such as Black Blocs, White Swedes, extreme left anarchists, right extremists and others. Many urban guerrillas, the mobile department, faced enemies who attacked with biological weapons such as throwing bags of infected blood. Paying a special department enforcements regularly undergoing special training. The reparto mobile moves in teams of 10 operators, as already mentioned according to the method of the Roman legend. The teams are trained together, but special training is also done for each individual operator. In combat you train in a ratio of 1 to 10, that is, each operator supports 10 enemies, so a team of 10 supports 100 enemies. The relay, however, is even more cruel because in the norm a team faces 300 enemies. The mobile department operator is a human weapon that coordinates the truncheon, the shield, the use of gas mask, the grenade or tear gas launcher and the pistol, and synchrony of movements that contain the same sequence. In this sequence of movements, each operator has well-defined tasks within the team and all work together compactly, identifying themselves in a team that is flexible and quick in every use. Since the reparto mobile became a special department, its tasks are riot control, anti-guerrilla, sensor patrol, chemical, biological, and radiogenic defense, teaching to other police departments or other police forces. In this type of service, the management of psychophysical stress during the fight is fundamental. In the reparto mobile department, since 1999, people have been training with a Redman, a red suit capable of absorbing the shocks of training weapons. The Redman instructor wears the suit and creates highly difficulty service scenarios, by stimulating the psychophysical stress of the operator, who must remain lucid by moving correctly and reaching the common goal of the team. In Redman training there are 7 training levels, which lead each operator to a very high level of psychophysical stress management in highly dangerous situations. During combat in general, the problem of managing chemicals that human being himself produces is quite difficult. However, there are different types of combat levels, for example with bare hands or with firearms or against aged weapons. With bare hands, the level of stress management is the lowest. With firearms, it is a medium level because there is the advantage of keeping the distance from the enemy. Against aged weapons and sidearms, the stress level is the highest, because you face each other at close range. Every shot can be lethal, so more speed and more precision are needed. The reparto mobile works in a 4 level, even more difficult, that is against enemies armed with aged weapons and sidearms at the same time, firearms and throwing weapons. The human beings during this situation produces adrenaline and cortisol and injects these substances in into the muscle and to the body through the pituitary gland. These substances have the effect of the body of limiting, order controlling coordination and accuracy. Therefore, we train ourselves to exasperate combat situation under psychophysical fatigue and psychological pressure to reproduce these substances and learn to manage this psychophysical stress 100%. Moreover, each operator wears an overall weight ranging from 25 to 30 kilograms, considering the equipment and weapons. Master Giaquinto himself created some training programs for the reparto mobile, which have been recognized by the special departments. Nowadays, Master Giaquinto has a wide range of training programs available: GKP, S.C.U.D.O, Body Mental Coaching, 18 Fighting System and System 91. With these programs, it is able to meet the training's needs of any police, military or security unit. It is unnecessary to know what the objective of the service is and what equipment or armament they are operating with less at its disposal in order to adapt a tailor-made training program. Each intervention sequence can even be performed ever without equipment or weapons. Therefore, each operator can be trained with bare hands only if he does not have weapons in his service. Similarly, this method is also very effective for civilians in their private life to defend themselves from any aggression or situation of terrorist attacks. Master Giaquinto served in 1,200 events and 400 stadium service. In addition to this, he was a solo and private military contractor. Prior to his experience in the service as an operator and instructor, he studied various martial arts, among which he became a kung fu master. In combat, the essential factor is mental training, and 70% is all done in the head. Therefore, among the various training programs, Master Giaquinto has also developed a mental strategy program for business following the systemic thinking of Leonardo da Vinci and the principle of Roman stoicism developed by Marco Aurelius.